This was a slightly unlikely flight on a day when it was blowing pretty hard. There was a cold front that had just come, and it was blowing pretty fast from north. One of my buddies got blown back a little bit in the beginning. However, at this point the conditions gentled out a little bit and the winds were pretty reasonable at this point, but still blowing quite a bit north. Also, it was supposed to OD pretty early today, so it was uncertain how long I would have to fly. So here I'm getting my first proper thermal and getting on enough height to go on a glide, trying to fly south as far as I can. As you can see, I'm getting a pretty good glide here with a strong north blowing me south. There are some thermals along the way, but nothing really strong to get really high, and I'm starting to get a bit desperate doing the crossing over I-70. However, I have a bailout LZ on my left in case I'm not able to catch any climbs here. I'm shooting for Mount Morrison with the hopes of catching a thermal at the foothills of it, and that indeed works this time. As I'm climbing, actually the thermal is pretty good and I'm able to get quite a bit height to make the next crossing. I have quite a bit of altitude left over. With the strong north wind, I'm able to get established right over Mount Falcon, and I'm trying to find some climb here. Oftentimes Mount Falcon is generating really strong thermals, but this time not so much. Here's a quarry. I'm trying to find something here and really kind of scratching. Not much there, but finally I'm able to find a climb at the south edge of the quarry. This climb is pretty good, about a 1 meters a second, and I'm just taking everything that I can get and getting drifted further south. Here I just realized that thermal stopped, so I'm trying to find it again, thinking that it's probably releasing off Mount Lindo. And indeed I'm able to find little bits of something, but in the end not enough to actually get any progress. I can see that the clouds on the right side are building up quite a bit, and they are looking pretty threatening. The mountains are shaded at this point, so I go over the flats to see if I can find something there, and if not, there's a school right below me where I could land. Indeed, I'm able to actually find pretty good climbs here and get established to over 9,000. And I'm just kind of going further and further south and thinking if there's a way for me to escape the cloud buildup to the east. Here I'm considering the landing option on the left. It's a good LC, but I'm pretty well established here, so I continue going south and thinking I can probably cross the DNL that's below me, the Lockheed Martin, and then land at the south end of it. Here finally I'm looking at the LZ options, and there's some nice looking fields below, so I'm trying to line up to those fields, just scanning and thinking where to put down the glider. My first plan is to put it on the field, but as I'm approaching I can see the fence, so I decide to just go on the side of the road. All in all, this flight worked much better than I originally expected. The wind was helping me quite a bit, so within an hour I was able to travel pretty long distance. One thing that I was considering at the very end, I was seeing there was an airspace that was approaching as it's sort of intersecting the mountains, and I was worried about that, and I didn't realize that actually the airspace started from 10,000 feet. So if I would have known that, I might have continued even further east, as I could have traveled quite a bit more while being able to escape from the clouds that were building up and buy myself a little bit more time.